This is the second landing lesson. If you haven't taken the first landing lesson, hit the escape key to end this lesson and go back to lesson 6. We're back on a long final at Bremington National Airport. The approach is the same as the first landing lesson, except we don't have the hoops to fly through. This time, you'll control the airplane on the approach as well as during the flare. The only thing I'll do is keep your wings level for you throughout the landing. As before, the airplane is about 4 miles from touchdown at 75 knots with 10 degrees of flaps extended with the same power setting and descent rate as before. Okay, you've got the airplane. Take the controls. Always remember to use pitch to maintain our airspeed of 75 knots and use power to control the glide path. Here's one more tip for you. Take a look at our vertical speed indicator. At 75 knots, this airplane will need a descent of almost 500 feet per minute to make the runway. You're too low. Increase power. Notice the lights to the left of the runway. That's the poppy or precision approach path indicator. It's a set of lights that change color automatically to help you determine if you're on the proper glide slope. As you approach within 100 feet of the runway, resist the temptation to start pulling back. This is a common problem with students during their first few attempts at landing. Wait until you're at flare height to start pulling back on the joystick. As soon as you feel you're over the runway and at 10 to 15 feet above it, I want you to pull the throttle all the way back and flare like we did last time. Remember, we land with the power at idle in this airplane. If you find yourself gaining altitude during the flare, ease up on the back pressure and let the airplane settle back toward the runway. Then begin the flare again. You're too high. Reduce power. We're coming up on flare height. As soon as we touch down, lower the nose to the ground and activate the brakes by holding down the period key or the trigger on your joystick. We'll stop here on the runway and talk about what we've done. Slow down. Outstanding. In this lesson, we use the poppy to make an approach and landing without using the simulated hoops in the sky. Please replay this lesson as often as you need to until you feel totally comfortable with it.